Welcome into the Stanford Cardinal Dynasty, where today we look for a little bit of some revenge as we host the Florida Gators. It is the home opener here for our Cardinal, and we'd all like a different result than what ended our last season. Meeting the Florida Gators at home, first round of the playoffs. The defense started off pretty well and played pretty well against Heisman winner DJ Lagway. However, the offense was stifled, and that inevitably led to the end of our year and a promising offseason. Though while our offseason was promising, that did not appear to be the case for the Florida Gators. In opening week, they were upset by unranked Boston College, who came back in the fourth quarter and won 31-28. Taking over for Lagway was Ty Fielder. Getting his first start, he threw 4 touchdowns, 338 yards. But along the way, he also threw 3 interceptions, completed just 54%. Running the ball, that was stopped early and they got away from it. Only 12 total rushes on the day. Receiving, though, Josh Estrella had a dominating performance with 8 catches, 169 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He averaged about 21 yards a grab. We'll have to keep an eye on him, number 15. Hawkins and Cisco for them also found the way into the end zone. Defensively, Steven was all over the field, their middle linebacker rocking number 6. They also picked up quite a few TFLs, and then sacks, they did pick up 2, splitting one of them between Fernandez and Bridges. Well, the biggest news for the Cardinal heading out of the Coastal Carolina win was durability. Montreal Avant had to leave the game on a handful of occasions, and it did slow down the offensive unit. Will he be able to withstand the Florida Gators? And with, I'm sure, a modified offensive scheme, Coach Barrington has them prepared as the Gators get us underway. Easy. Setback to return will take this one from the goal line all the way up to the 19, where the offense will hit the field. Trent Parrish might just be the key here for a healthy Montreal Avant. And in fact, it just might be the running back group as a whole, as Cardinal, they are 3 deep at that position. Starting with motion, they do go way of Parrish. Not picking up the block was Buck. If he did, Parrish might still be running. Goes as a gain of 3, play 1, second and 7. RPO leads to another run down the middle for 2. That will leave the Cardinal leading 5 here on third. They bring out Lucas, the fullback, and Dog in at running back. Stretch has a lane towards the middle. He finally finds that cut, and he picks up the first. Big play there from Montreal Dog. First down specialist as he then exits the field. Parrish back in as they look to set up the slant play here. Avant will take it himself, sliding down, trying to avoid some of that contact. That's definitely where a lot of the bangs and bruises came from in that last game. He picked up a lot of hits early on. Second and 1. Goal line set here for the Cardinal, and Dog is close. Did his best to avoid the instant shed, but not quite. Second and inches. They're going to have slight motion here. Moses going from right to left, handed off. Parrish cuts left and picks up the first down over the top of Amodi Nigbun. Cardinal definitely keeping the play all short here. With a first and 10, 41. Haddad in motion. Fake the handoff, go with the end around, and he can't find the end around. Good stop in the backfield by Smith. It's a loss of 4 and a second and 14. 2 tight ends to the right, and early movement is sharp. They'll catch him on encroachment, make it second and 9, a little bit more manageable here for the Cardinal offense. As Avant drops back, he's got a receiver open, Blouse, who'll pick up the first down and into plus side at the 45. A very slow and methodical opening drive. That's kind of what we saw last week from this offensive unit. And down the field, Blouse, he's wide open, and he's got the touchdown. Cardinal, they suck the defense down with the quick little throws, the run-ins, and then over the top goes Blouse. And that's something we did not get to see that much last year. A big play, and now time for the defense to head on out and see what we could do against Fielder, the quarterback who struggled in his opening game. Starting with the wide receiver screen, a smart call here from the Gator OC. Following play that blew the opening season win, you want to settle their quarterback in. as they go with the RPO and finding the first down. They find Tank. He had a fantastic performance against us in that postseason game, though we are switching our cornerbacks on him this time. And another first down. They go right back to the quick slant. Last year, it was Hennessy matched up against him. They got Asher on him this year. For the 1st and 10, they hand it off, and a quick stop comes in, 51 Mattingly. He's going to see a little bit of some rotation here with the linebacker group, especially in that 4-4 defense. 2nd and 10, and another RPO. It looks like they're going to have a man caught downfield, which is unfortunate for Tank as he took him all the way down to about the 20. Definitely some early cause of concern with how open he has been getting. 2nd and 15 as they look to set up the screen. It's covered, and it's a big incomplete pass. Refs are going to say that arm was going forward. It is incomplete and a 3rd and 15. As they look to set up the halfback screen, they get it out 22, and he is stopped shy by about 10 yards. Will be a punt. And for the Cardinal, they couldn't have asked for a better start. Offense takes the field at the 25, and taking it down the middle, Montrell Dog stopped at the line. Looked like they were setting up a triple option there with 2 of the running backs. 2nd and 10, then it will be. Pass across the fiddle, finding Moses. Not sure if he got a catch last week, but we know he at least did get a jet sweep. 3rd and 3. As it's a rollout pass, they throw it out to Haddad. Will turn up and get the first down out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Another first down goes the Cardinal as Parrish shakes it weak side, picks up a nice block from Haddad. He weaves inside the safety down at about the 38. Strong running from the Stanford Cardinal as we end the first quarter there. They hold the lead 7-0. It's only the second drive for the offense. Gators have only had the ball once, but it's all in favor of the Cardinal so far. At the 38, they start with a run, and Parrish looks to bounce it left side. Will pick up a gain of 5. A nice blend of running and passing for the Cardinal as they will look to set up the receiver screen this time. Goes Blouse in a short gain. Had the tight end wheel option on that one, but instead they stuck it short. Need to pick up 3 here on 3rd. They go with Parrish. He is close to it, but it looks like the initial marking is short. Avant is not happy with the marking, but he will get the offense to stay out on the field. 4th and 1. Dog, the running back. Dog, he gets the first down. Continuing to be the short yardage specialist here of the Cardinal. 1st and 10 now at the 28. And dropping back now, rolling right side. He's got a dad across the middle. Puts it a little bit behind. But he's got the first down inside the 10. He went over 100 yards receiving in opening game last time. That catch puts him over 1,500 on his career with a strong senior season waiting in front of him. It's 1st and goal. Dog, he cuts it right. Though all over it are the Gators, not much space, maybe a gain of about a yard. They'll keep with the weak eye here. 2 receivers now to the right-hand side. Letting this play develop, and Avant, he steps up. Spy is on him, and Spy wraps him up. We'll end up forcing a 3rd and goal, this one at the 6. Montrell Avant making a couple changes here. Play clock running down, snaps it with 1. Doesn't like the initial read, and throws it away late. So the initial 4th down conversion leads to just another field goal attempt, and through is ETN. Cardinals still take a 2-score lead here early on in the second quarter. And as mentioned during our break, it was only 1 drive so far for the Florida offense. They hit the field here starting back at the 15. The pass across the middle, a beautiful lofted throw. Fielder finds Estrella, again coming off a really good opening game, 169 yards and a touchdown for Estrella. Fielder, his game was mixed. As they'll look to pass the ball here, goes left side and finds Estrella again. Will they continue to feed the slot receiver? Only time will tell, but they've got a 2nd and 3 just by the 40 with his efforts. Continuing to pass the ball here, Gators go right side and broken up by Hennessy. We'll force a 3rd and 3 here for Fielder. A lot of passing as they go here, and you could definitely argue for a penalty there. A little bit of some holding on defense. No flag, instead a punt. Perhaps that's some of the home field advantage when you play in Palo Alto here. First and 10 at the 22, pulling guards out in front, plus Buck. Bouncing it to the outside, Parrish. Couldn't quite hit the edge, Grimsley. He saves a massive game, limiting it to just a gain of 9. Second and 1. They go back to Parrish. Right side and Chuck backwards, but he got the first. The Cardinal have definitely found solace in their original game plan here, which was to keep the running game first and foremost. Montreal Dog cuts back right. He picks up another 5. We're seeing a nice, healthy rotation of that running back spot. Second and 5, and keeping it, Avant flips it out to Parrish, crashing down as the safety. Big tackle there. He'll take away a couple yards and leaves a 3rd and 9 here for the Cardinal. 2 receivers to the left. Get a guy to jump, however, they don't flag him for it. And squeezing it into a Nenny. He couldn't hold on. Cardinal, are they punting for the first time this season? It'll at least be for the first time today. They might have punted once last week. Inside 2 minutes left here, and a shot downfield. Breaking it up is Camp. Fielder had Estrella, but he didn't lead him. Ball came up short, 2nd and 10. As they go back to the right-hand side, back to Estrella. Camp wins that battle twice. But what do they have for us here? 3rd and 10. Well, they hand it off, and speeding to the left side, though, eventually collapsing on it is the defense. It will be a timeout from Coach Barrington. Cardinal will get the ball back. And with 1:39, we saw Avant get this starting job because of his ability to throw downfield. Will he have that ability here? Well, he's got to break it to the outside first. Under pressure immediately, but he's got the first down, the gain of about 14. And they do actually mark him down out of bounds, so clock stops there at the 44. As they go back to some play action. And again, trying to take it down the middle, he gets back to the line. Kuntz, though, does lay a pretty big hit in on Avant. But we don't lose yardage, so we'll take that. As they look to set up the halfback screen here, they get it out to Parrish. Get the block from 60 or not quite. Was close, but he just overran it. So 3rd and 3 then. As they go with that orbit screen, they get it out to Haddad with some space. First down by the 40 and out of bounds. A late hit, though no call. And I guess we can't complain too much as we definitely got away with some on defense. 1st and 10 at the 38, 26 seconds and counting. Letting this play develop and chucking it down deep. Blouse turns at the perfect time. The hit took some of the strength off that ball, but it actually worked out in favor of the Cardinal. Blouse turns, gets the catch. DB caught too far downfield, and Cardinal take a 17-0 lead at halftime. Now, overall, Coach Barrington has to be very, very pleased with this. He wanted his offense to get after the Gator defense, and they've done so. And his defense has gotten after Fielder, forced some mistakes. Blouse, 4 targets, 4 catches, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. Haddad's had some big catches as well. Running game has been pretty good so far. Parrish averaging 4.6 a rush. Avant 5.7. Dog has picked up several first downs. And arguably, most importantly, Avant has stayed pretty clean out there. The only thing the Cardinal can do to improve is to get in the backfield and put some hits in on Fielder. He is clean so far today. And they will have that opportunity as we get the second half underway. Defense is out there. Starting with a pass, that's what the Gators have done most of the time today. With a bunch of time deep downfield, and they find Tank. Just as we did with Blouse. He got that comeback, and Fielder hits a big pass downfield. 1st and 10, they now motion out the running back here. Still looking to pass the ball, driving into 19, who will get them down to about the 6. That is the first catch on the day for Cisco. And 2nd and 1, they go read option. Fielder's trying to get to the outside, but denied at the inch line by Asher. Big stop, brings up a 1st and goal. They got motion from the right-hand side. They go jet sweep, and Estrella's back into the end zone. He hasn't quite gotten the deep ball going his way today, but he finds the end zone 2 weeks in a row. And the Gators, off a back of a lucky deep ball, get the answer they needed to start this half. They make it 17-7. Cardinal offense, though, they could come out here and answer, as they've done well so far today. Parrish, he gets to the outside. Looked to find that slip back, but 18's been watching film. When he got within about 2 yards there of Parrish, he just settled those hips, expecting that cutback. First and 10, though, either way here for the Cardinal. Getting to the outside and chucking it downfield for Blousset. And again, it's the deep ball comeback. Perhaps it's the lack of arm strength, or at least on the initial throw from these quarterbacks, that are actually making the biggest plays happen. First and 10, Cardinal down to the 14. Come out with a spread look here. Going to the screen, and it gets picked off. Great job from 4. Read it, came down. Avant had to get that there a little bit earlier, or go to the tight end, wheeling around. But it's Florida Chomps as Gators building some momentum here in Palo Alto. They can thank the senior and Teddy Foster for that one. First and 10, Fielder takes the field. And handing this one off all over at Richardson. The running game has not been there for the Gators so far this season. Second and 10, though, they go back to it. Cantwell, great stop. They went with a draw and nearly had it. Instead, third and 9. Trips to the left-hand side, Cisco to the right. Just a 4-man rush and beautiful ball. 85 slips the tackle. He's out at the 50, and it's going to be hurry up here for the Florida Gators. Building on that momentum, yet still. Though taking their time here, Fielder trying to make sure they don't ruin this opportunity. As they go read option, Camp tries to bite the ankles, hopping over it and picking up 4 is Fielder. Again, that's the one thing Cardinal defense has not done today, is get into the backfield. As they hand it off here, finding a way to continually pick up yardage, finally blowing that whistle. It's a gain of 1. Gators going to need to pick up 5 more here on third. As they go with 2 spread either side. And throwing downfield and tipped away by Hennessy. Intended for Cisco, will be a punt. Good job from the defense to end the swing there of the Gators, but a great punt pins us inside our own 5. Goal line. Good block picked up there. They had a guy who was about to scream back there. Allowed us just about enough time to maybe pick up half a yard. Second and 9 as we run this one right-hand side, and we'll pick up about half the yards needed, leaving us with a third and 4. Parrish checks in at running back. Hard count from Avant. No one jumps. Looking to pass the ball. He has a dad. Got the ball out just in time. A nice juke there will pick up an extra couple. Avant's done pretty well today under pressure. And that's exactly what we need. RPO swinging it out to the outside. Gets Moses. And he's got the first down. Getting redshirted this year was Harvin, that big body receiver. We've kind of replaced him with Moses, as he's 6'5", about 210. Avant scrambling here. He definitely could have passed it. Picks up a nice block there, and 8 in total. Oh, I'm sure Coach Barrington probably telling his quarterback to just slide out there. Don't risk the big hit. Parrish takes the handoff and stopped at about the line to gain, but second effort gets it. That's something he hasn't always taken care of, but does there. First and 10 of the 45. It's back to the goal line and counter. Montrell Dog tackled by 3 Gators. Not even sure what you call a group of Gators besides not a fun time. But second and 9 at the 45. And letting this play develop, rolling right-hand side. They got the cover downfield, but the corner bites in, opens the door for Avant. He's got the first down out of bounds at the 36. Well, that will take us to the end of the third quarter. That quarter, though, did belong to the Gators. They found their first touchdown and definitely carried some momentum. While the Cardinal, they responded, picking up a good stop on defense. And they've driven down the field here. First and 10 of the 36 as we get the fourth underway with a 2-score lead. Flipping this one outside for Blousset, who catches up to it, gets the ball in front of Grimsley, and picks up an extra about 10 yards. What a play. Sophomore season looking pretty good here for the young receiver in Blousset. Parrish takes this one, cuts left, looks to go back towards the middle for a gain of 4. Cardinal again with a long, steady drive here as they go triple option. Flip it out to Parrish. He's by the safety. He's got the angle. He's got the touchdown. Triple option. Works to perfection there for the Cardinal. Montrell Avant does well to hold until that last possible second. And it's 24-7. Cardinal offense looking by far better than what we saw last week. Defense looking just as impressive. as they're out on the field here. Starting at the 16, it's a dump off for Fielder. He finds his tight end. That's another first catch on the day. Moma gets his. 2nd and 7. With trips to the right-hand side, they go play action, and then going downfield and getting the catch. Not sure who that was. Might have been Tank here for Florida. But 1st and 10 either way, as a really good pass just goes slightly wayward. Tight end couldn't catch up to it. 2nd and 10 then. Gators drive it in underneath, and Estrella upended Rico Cote. There'll be another 3rd down here for the Gators. They need 7. And it's a blitz. Brott finding the target. 1st down and out of bounds. Great job from Fielder. He finds Coco for the 1st down. As they're in plus side as well. Looking to set up the screen. And Nelson read it. Nearly got the tackle. We'll give the edge man some credit, though. He leaves the field to follow. Sampson checks in here to spell him out. As he gets the immediate rush, though, that's because they set up the screen to Rawlings. Not the 1st down this time for Coco. Instead, 3rd and 6. 2 spread either side and some early movement. They don't clock it. Rico Cote all over that screen. But as we're in the 4th quarter here, it's do or die. Gators going to have to stay out on the field here. Still trying to find those 7 yards. And breaking it up, still tipping it up, still tipping, and eventually hits the turf. It looked like Richardson wanted that one. But the offense takes the field either way here with that ball. 1st and 10 at the 42. As they go RPO, it opens here for Parrish. He'll take the yards down the middle, breaks off the tackle, and picks up 12. This offense really has reached a peak of balance we haven't quite seen before. As we're inside 4 minutes, Parrish back down the middle. He's got about 6 more. Cardinal, of course, in their chew clock mode at this point as we're inside 3.5. With a 2nd and 4, it's Montreal Dog who outran the block of Lucas, still getting that 1st. And it looks like with that, Cardinal going to make a couple changes here. Nick Terrell comes in at quarterback, and it's Thompson, the running back. He wore 35 last year. He's rocking 5 this year. He's got the 1st down inside the 20. Not many Cardinal updated their jersey number this year, but he was one of the few. With a 1st and 10 at the 19. We'll have to snap this one before that warning. And he's got a lane. He's got a touchdown for now. But it looks like this one is coming back after the 2-minute warning. A new starter at right guard, Fowler, called with that holding. Take back the touchdown for Thompson. Though they go back his way, picks up a good block there from Ahala, the tackle who pulled. And this goes as a solid gain of 6. They'll let him catch his breath. Montreal Dog back out there at running back. He cuts left-hand side, finds a lane down the middle, though the tackle from behind saves the touchdown. Dog found the perfect cut lane, but couldn't quite take advantage for what will probably be the final play here of this game. 3rd and 6. They toss it out to Thompson, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Cardinal gave their young guys some opportunity there late, but they did the right thing. They didn't tack on a field goal. It's a 24-7 dominating win over the Florida Gators. Cardinals start their season 2-0. Gators drop to 0-2 behind a big breakout game from Deshaun Blausay. He had 6 grabs, 168, and 2 touchdowns, a long of 54. Montreal Avant, 13 of 16 passing, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have that 1 pick, completed 81% of his passes. And now we finally get our game against Colorado, but by the looks of it, is not even close to the same Colorado team. They have started 0-2 and are no longer ranked. We have surprisingly 2 lower tier teams to thank for that. UMass beat Colorado 24-17 in the opening week, and then Tulsa, who's climbed up to 25, probably with this dominating win over Colorado 40-14. So the team that went on to win the Pac-12 by a dominant margin went into the college football playoffs, and I think we're 2nd round dropouts. They have fallen off. And that might be due to their junior quarterback, who's also getting his first starts here. They had a quarterback who was in the running for the Heisman, a receiver, and perhaps another receiver or running back. But Trevor Powell, he has thrown 5 interceptions to just 2 touchdowns this year. 54%. Running the ball, though, hasn't been all too bad for Amani Nemkapali, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's averaging 7 yards a carry, though he's only had 6 carries. Their primary guy has been Micah Welch, who's averaging just 2.5, but he does have 2 touchdowns. And receiving, it's actually been their tight end leading the way in Anthony Manziel with 116 yards, 9 grabs, 1 touchdown for him. And it's the receiver in Cam Michael who's had the other touchdown. And up front, they're not doing a great job of protecting their quarterback. They've given up already 7 sacks on the season. Now, considering we haven't necessarily had the most consistent pass rush, especially down the middle, it's good to see that a guard and center are leading their list in sacks given up. And now for a quick recruiting update. For all of the big battles that we're in, all for the 5 stars, we have pulled ahead for all of them. Now, some of them are close, like this one for Filani here. Oregon is going to play us close on some of these. Wesovich, we have pulled in front from Alabama and Penn State, so that was a great week for us. We're well in front here for Augustine, who's the number 1 right end in all of college football, so that is fantastic. And Nagbar are well in front, doing really good with these 5 stars. The 4 stars were actually still doing surprisingly pretty well for a lot of them. We're behind on a few, but we're not putting a whole lot into some of these guys, like Wilkie's here. Michigan is well in front now. Texas is in there. USC is starting to put up a fight. So some of these 4 stars we will start to drop off of our list, but we're just keeping them around, keeping an eye. I've already decided Jeremy Coco we're no longer going after. Oregon was starting to build a nice lead, and we've got 3 5-star DTs that we're already looking at outside of Coco. So yeah, narrowing down this list, we're still doing really good, and I expect another really good recruiting class. We finished the last 2 years second in all of recruiting. As your Stanford Cardinal, number 6 in the country, look to continue a hot start to the season, 2-0, put ourselves in a good spot out the gate this year, and then try to find our way to the Pac-12 Conference Championship without any sort of leeway for the committee to not give us that championship game. Make it back to the playoffs. It's a strong start. Montrell Avant, he's got this offense looking good. Got to keep him healthy and continue having breakout game after breakout game. Make sure you stick around, hit that bell icon bottom right, or scroll down, hit the sub button, and definitely tap that bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live. This series every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have the Jaguars franchise every single Tuesday and Thursday, so 5 videos every single week, as next time we go and take on Colorado, who for some reason are sitting above us in Pac-12 rankings, even though they have not won a single game. So let's just talk some sense into the committee with another dominating win.